All right, welcome to another Vintage League, new ELD special. We're taking another crack at Jund Phoenix, also known as Freebird, and we're gonna test this new card once upon a time. It can be free if it's the first spell we cast during the game. We don't really care too much about its effect, which is look at the top 5 cards, find a creature or land, and put it in your hand. We really care about it being free, but finding lands isn't a bad thing. Definitely can do that. And it certainly gets better post board when we start to be able to find oofs against PO and shops, Magus the Moon versus, things like Bazaar of Baghdad and lands. So that's a little bit of a twist on the typical Jund Phoenix list that we've been playing. We took out the interactive spells, a Braid, Assassin's Trophy, 1 Lightning Bolt, and 1 Therapy. So we'll see if we can be even more all in on the combo. And if that works out, cool. If not, then we can say we tested it. So we got round 1 versus Anti-Rush. Last time we saw them, they were on some kind of bug pod deck. Let's see if they're still playing. This hand has Thought Seizes, a Pyromancer, and a turn 3 Buried Alive. But I actually think that's pretty reasonable. If we think our opponent's going to be playing this bug mid-range deck, we can lead off with a Thoughtseize, take their best card, untap Pyromancer, then untap Thoughtseize, Rite of Flame, Buried Alive if we hit land, something like that. But I think this is fine. It's not the strongest hand our deck is ever going to have, but I think it's like a pretty reasonable one. You will note that I have finally bought matching Thoughtseizes, so that's nice. I think I'm going to get a swap here just in case they play Wasteland. I don't think there's a Wasteland in opponent's deck, but I would rather be safe than sorry here, as getting our black source wasted would be a big problem. Oh, nope, opponent switched to DPS. So we actually get to take their Demonic Tutor and leave them with only 1,000,000 mana. So that's cool. And we might not even get Duress this turn if opponent decides to just play Mana Vault, which would leave us open to draws that would let the Buried Alive actually happen. Of course, if we don't hit that, what we could do is Thoughtseize the Duress and give ourselves more outs to draw Buried Alive combo on the turn after. So we'll just take this Demonic Tutor and leave them with all mana. Obviously, opponent can just rip another Tutor and kill us, but what are we going to do, right? So opponents decide to go with Duress. We're going to lose our Buried Alive, and we're going to have to go with a bit of a slower Young Pyromancer plan, unfortunately. And our Thoughtseize is never going to be very good, as our opponent doesn't have anything. So still going to definitely jam this PZ and hope we don't die. And if we don't die, then we get to do more things, which is fun. It's going to be slow clock, though, which is what I'm really worried about. So opponent has 1 unknown and 3 rituals in hand. Land grant. Yeah, we'll definitely start with land grant here, and then I'm gonna look to looting to start. We'll just change this into a land, thin our deck a little bit, get us a token. Obviously, if we hit a Cabal Therapy, we're actually in really good shape. We'll hit Dark Ritual and Cabal Ritual, and then opponent will have no hand. So, opponent has Chain of Vapor as their other card. Interesting. So we have, I don't think I will be sacking any lands here. So we'll get a Taiga. We have options still. We could Rite of Flame, Young Pyromancer. We could Rite of Flame, Faithlessly Loot. We could just play Young Pyromancer and then loot. We could just Pyromancer and take a Cabal Ritual and leave them with a little less mana, but I don't think that actually does anything. So maybe the best line is to just Pyromancer loot. I think that's the line I'm going to choose. Because I don't actually think Thoughtseize is very good anyways. So I'd like to start trying to get us into a spell that is actually good. So, Once Upon a Time isn't really going to help us very much here. That's a pretty easy pitch. And I think we'd rather keep the Thoughtseize than a fetch land. This way, if we draw Buried Alive, we can actually cast it. So unfortunately, we didn't get to increase the clock at all. So opponent is still sitting on a pile of mana. If they draw a tutor, we die. Oh, that's a good draw. Preordained's pretty good. I mean, we could have just looted before playing a Pyromancer, but we still do need to increase the clock. So opponent went bottom and hit this. Now, I think we still should be looting here. So what I'm going to do is Dark Ritual, Flashback, looting. I'm going to leave us with 1 black and 1 red. This still lets us play Buried Alive. It also lets us do double therapy. Alright, well, we can reanimate this Phoenix here. I don't think we're supposed to Thoughtseize that hand. It doesn't really do anything for us. But I guess we need to make sure we cast a spell. So what we can do is pitch Phoenix, pitch Thoughtseize, cast Rite of Flame, cast Young Pyromancer. That gives us nothing left in hand. I just don't think Thoughtseize is ever going to do anything here. Does the Young Pyromancer increase the clock, though? Because saving a spell could be pretty important. So we're gonna hit them here for 3, 5, 7. They'll go to 13, and then we will have an additional 2, 4, 5, which will be 1 short. Is that really gonna be 1 short? We're hitting them for 7. They're going to go to 13. And then next turn, we're hitting them for 7. Plus 2 is 9. Plus 2 is 11. Plus 1 is 12. Wow, we're going to be 1 short. Unless we find a bolt. So this Pyromancer actually doesn't matter. So I guess it's better to keep the... Thoughtseize is never going to matter either, is the problem. Oh, they can't fetch, though. I mean, the fetch is not going to do anything. A fetch doesn't matter, right? So I think just keeping a card in my hand so that I could possibly draw looting is what I'm thinking about. So I think we'll just pitch the 2 creatures, cast Thoughtseize, and then keep Rite of Flame in our hand. Wait, no, I miscounted, right? No, I'm 1 short. I'm 1 short. So this is 7, 10, 12. Yeah, I would be 1 short, so. Well, I guess they can't... Yeah, I don't know. I think a fetch land's not going to do anything, right? They can't fetch? Is that... Alright, they die to that. 5. Oh, no! I'm going to lose because I didn't take the Young Pyromancer line. Shit. Wow. Wow, I blew the game then, I guess. I can't believe it. I didn't think about Imperial Seal. I guess another one would be Probe. Yeah, I should have played the Young Pyromancer line. Oh, that's frustrating. Yeah, what we could play around is Vampiric Tutor, though. And that's, like, a reasonable card to have in your deck, right? So, I think it's pretty reasonable to play around something that deals 2 damage to them. So, I think that's on me. I think I'm just supposed to play the Young Pyromancer and not worry about possibly drawing looting, which is a pretty small percentage. Vampiric. I think Vampiric. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I think that's just a big misplay, unfortunately. Oh, no. What? Come back. Yeah. Those are the kind of things you gotta think about. Yo, what up, man? How you doing? Thanks for the 7-month subscription. You're a powerful wizard. Oh, Matt's done. What up, Matt, friends? Oh, another powerful wizard appears. Thank you also for the 7 months. We're playing against DPS. We could surgical. Is that worthwhile? It's possible. Could they like trim a land grant and a bolt and put surgicals in? Oh, well, where's our? Oh, the mind break traps didn't move. God damn it, Moto Crash! I moved in the mind break traps. No, I actually don't think so. I don't think oofs are good against DPS. I think I'd rather have Young Pyromancer Therapy. Oh, this is a keep. For sure. I wish I had my mind break traps in my deck, but we have tons of outs on this Faithless Looting to go in. I put the alright, so bin Phoenix. Bin Phoenix. Bin. Yeah, I don't think this is the right deck for Once Upon a Time, probably, but I could see it being impressive in what you tried. The card that's most impressed me was the DPS deck with the Wishclaw Talismans. But trying to figure out, so we've cast Looting, we can cast Land Grant, and we can cast we could cast Dark Ritual, Cabal Therapy. If we can hit a card, we could then Surgical, we could bring back the bird and then Therapy again. Guess we don't need to land grant right away. I think I would rather just... This is like not ideal, I would say, but we could always loot again as well. But that wouldn't give us a lot of options. So what are we gonna name? Dark Ritual, probably? Okay. Ah, yes. Good. Opponent has Toxic Deluge. Dark Petition, Ancestral Recall. I mean, we were dead. It was a good time. Both teams fought hard. Pretty sad about throwing away game 1. Took the wrong line. I mean, there's no point in naming Ravenous Trap afterwards. And if they did have a second Ravenous Trap, we could surgical it. So we're getting twisted. Not ideal. Not ideal. Mystical Tutor. Well, we can reset a Mystical Tutor by shuffling their library. Looting. Okay, that's a pretty good draw. Well, I didn't really get anywhere on that one. Don't really want to show them surgical. I guess I can show them surgical. I don't really want to use land grant when we don't have anything to do with it anyways. No, we probably do. We just want to land grant and hit our land drop so that if we hit a land, we can just flashback Faithless Looting. I guess we'll show them surgical. Alright. So if opponent Mysticals here, we could just reset their library. We'll just hit their Rav Traps. So they have Tendrils, Fetch, Dark Petition, Deluge. Wait, they have one Rav Trap? Don't show me these things. Ah, yes. They got us good. I should take a picture of this, huh? I don't know, Zeus. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, whatever. F6. Oh boy. Toxic Deluge, Tendrils, Dark Petition. That's a pretty good draw. Alright, no Dark Petition. It's been a fun night. We've gotten killed by quite the array of Magic the Gathering cards tonight. We need to wait one more turn before we fire off Ritual Looting. Get another land. This is good for the home team. It's a bold play. Ooh, should we take Toxic Deluge out of their hand? No. Alright, so I'm going to Ritual Loot here. See what we can find. Oh my god. Daggers everywhere. I'm going to put the Lightning Bolt and the Therapy away. Do we need more lands? What is more lands going to do for us? Maybe we just don't even need more lands. We'd rather have two discard spells. We don't really want to cast a discard spell this turn. Nah, Justin's brain's just frozen. It's been a slow night. It's been we've ate a lot of clock tonight. Brian, Steve and Annie would be proud. We did a lot of thinking. Thought of all the lines, picked the wrong one, die. Opponent hit another fetch land. Yeah, small PO brain. Come on. That's a good draw. I accept. I absolutely accept this draw. Alright, opponent just needs to brick. Whoa, no, we're gonna get... Oh, no, we're gonna get deluged! What was I thinking? I had to Thoughtseize first. I don't know. I'd have to look at Demonic Consultation again. I'm an idiot. I should have Thoughtseize first. Now we're gonna get deluged. What was I doing? I would need to read the card text on Demonic Consultation again. Yeah, we're deluged. I'm an idiot. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It was just the right play at the right time. Seems like we needed to think hard. Maybe we should have kept the bolt so we could kill them with his mana crypt. Well, that is not punt number one. I can tell you that much. Did the opponent finally find something? Oh, it looks like we're finally dead. Unfortunate. Ah, sad day. Yeah, not the strongest game of Magic I've played in my life. But we didn't bring in like Mind Freak Trap. We didn't do a lot of things right there. So yeah, definitely the strongest deck we saw today was that Wish Claw deck. As my mind slowly unravels. You're right. We could have done exactly that. So this card has easily been the most impressive. We don't have the list. We'd have to go